Hello everybody, how are you? It's Christy from RebsFabStash.com, and I have a vendor that I wanted you guys to meet because I love her designs. Thank you. This is Jenny from Lamb Farm Designs, and she has super cute patterns. So Jenny, tell us a little bit about like how long you've been quilting.
I started quilting, I've been sewing since I was 5, but I started quilting in 1997. I live in a small town in Oregon, about 30 miles outside of Portland, and a quilt shop opened in our town. And I had a really good friend that just kept begging me to take a quilt class with her, and I'm like, I'm not gonna quilt, I sew garments, I sewed my kids' clothes. And she got me, and then I don't sew clothes anymore, I only sew quilts.
Awesome, very good. So tell us a little bit about who your favorite fabric designers are.
I have several favorite fabric designers. You can see in some of the quilts that are behind us, I really love Fig Tree. I love, I've got some stuff in Sherry and Chelsea, and I love Andrew fabric, and I love laundry basket quilts. Let's see, fabric designers. I also love the Civil War prints. They're from the designers at Marcus. I kind of like a lot. I'm not super modern, as you can see from my stuff, but I like a little bit of fun to it.
Yeah.
But I really like traditional quilting.
Yeah, well it's super cute.
Thanks.
I love your designs.
Thanks.
So how do you come up with your ideas for your blocks, and how do you, like, what's your process?
A lot of times I'm inspired by fabric, but sometimes I'm just inspired by things that I see. I live on a little farm. We have 3.5 acres. We have animals. Really, my family is my favorite thing, although they haven't seen me much lately because I'm going to be at market next week, or week after. But yeah, that's what inspires me, just things that I love, and I love to decorate my home, and I have lots of quilts.
Yeah, awesome.
And traditional blocks.
What kind of animals do you have?
I have a lot of chickens. I have,
Yeah, I love chickens.
I have goats. We had turkeys, ducks, meat chickens. Those are in the freezer. I hope I don't offend anybody. And then we have 2 steers and a bottle baby, a little heifer.
Wow.
We only have 3.5 acres, so
Yeah, awesome. So let's take a look at some of your quilts. I will turn this around. So tell us about this one here.
This one is Summer on the Farm, and it's just kind of reminds me of things. I live in a 100-year-old farmhouse, so I've got the little farmhouse in it, and of course I have a barn. It's white, not red. But my husband restores cars, so I have an old truck in there that he's working on right now, a 1956 Ford that he's going to paint green. So I had to put a green truck in it. And then just things that remind me of summer and, you know, a simple living. I've got lambs. I don't have any lambs on my farm, but it's lambs because my last name.
They are
Birds,
so cute.
spades, gardening, ice cream, homemade ice cream. So we have apple and pear trees, and
Cute. Look at these apple blocks. Aren't they so cute?
I love them. There's a quilt in the book that's just the apples and pears, and it's super cute. And I made it up. I don't have it here, but I made it up in kind of mustardy yellows and then fig tree reds, and that are kind of corally, and they really played good together.
That is such a cute barn. Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh.
I like
So
barns.
cute.
I have several barns that
Cute,
I've done
cute.
up.
Are you
Several
guys drinking
houses.
your water? Okay, look at this. Okay, tell us about this quilt.
This quilt I originally designed, each block was a fat quarter, and it was scrappy, and I didn't really love it. And so I redid it in 2 colors, and I love it in 2 colors. I love the block. I'm actually going to make the block big for a big block quilt, 1 big block. But yeah, that's on my list to do. I love it.
Cute. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
Red.
There's red in a lot of quilts. It looks like yellow too, but yellow is not my favorite color. But I love mustard, and my daughter loves mustard.
So tell us about the bee quilt.
The bee quilt is the first quilt that I ever wrote a pattern off of, my first real design. And it's my #1 seller for years. I love it. And I redid it in fresher colors. The first one I did was in Civil War fabrics, and it really looked good in Civil War fabrics. I used an old Joe Morton for the little stripe for the wings. It was perfect. But you can't get the fabric anymore.
I love your little chicken wire.
This is this whole thing is made out of one collection from Riley Blake, and I think it's called Honey or Honeybee.
Cute.
So thanks. Had to do a lamb quilt.
This one's my favorite.
Thank you. There's a black sheep down here. You can't see it very well, but you got to have a black sheep in your quilt. And of course, since my last name is Lamb, I had to do a lamb quilt. And I tossed it around for a really long time, like several years. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Because I don't want all that blank space for the sheep. So then I just put little sampler blocks in there.
That's really cute. Really cute.
Thank you. I love it. It's
What
one
a
of my favorites.
what a great one too for people that are just starting out to quilt, trying different things, the half square triangles, this looks like a 9-patch or
It's a
shoe fly.
It's
disappearing?
Yeah, it's like a disappearing shoe fly or a homemade puzzle, something like that. But if you break down the blocks, the pieces are small, but they're half square triangles and squares and flying geese. So it's a really good skill builder, and it's nothing that's too difficult. And the directions are super step by step. All the pressing directions are in my patterns, so you don't have to guess.
Cool. Tell us about this one.
I designed a quilt out of a 2.5-inch panel for poppy cotton, and it was a little small. I like small piecing, but a lot of people don't want to piece to where pieces are 1/2-inch finished. So I thought, I'll do it with farm sayings. I had the panels printed up, and I'll do the same quilt, just blow it up a little bit. So it's got the same number of blocks. So the pattern has both sizes. You can do it with little tiny panels in the middle where you don't even have to put a panel in. You can just use a little print, or you can go bigger, 5-inch.
A lot of people will see a panel and they'll buy it, and then they'll be like, I don't know what to do with this panel because the blocks are different sizes, and it's hard to find patterns for that, especially beginner quilters. So what advice do you have for them on that?
On using panels? Oh, panels. I don't use a lot of panels, but I really like the smaller ones where you can put them in the center of a block. You can put a littler panel in the center of a star. You don't have to do an elaborate star like this. You can just do it in a sawtooth star like that. And that's a great way to use panels, is cut them up. Cut them up. Don't just leave them whole as one big panel in the middle. You can fussy cut a panel a lot of times and use just parts of it if it's a floral panel, and put those in the middle of your blocks too. But you don't have to have a pattern even. You can use anything that's got a square in the middle.
Cool.
And take the square out and put the panel in.
Perfect. I love it.
So don't be afraid.
Yes. Okay, love this one too. This one uses a lot of the, what was it called? All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve.
From Moda.
From Fig Tree. I love the thing. I love Halloween, but I'm not real novelty oriented in my house or anything. So I wanted something that was Halloween, but didn't like scream it with pumpkins in the fabric and bats in the fabric and that kind of thing. So I designed this, and I saw a lot of Halloween quilts, but they had a lot of blank space. And I like my stuff a little bit busier, and so I thought, well, I'll just design one and put more in it. So that's what I did with this.
Good.
I love it.
Yes.
It's been a good seller too.
Yeah. So you
I
have.
love it. I love all my quilts.
I know. I love them too.
Thank you.
So you have an owl block. You have a pumpkin block. This is a crow down here.
There's
and
both
a bat.
left facing and a right facing crow.
Cool.
A bat. You got your witch's boots.
Yep.
You got your potion bottle. So you've got some things in here that you don't see in other people's Halloween quilts. So I just wanted it a little
cute.
original.
And this is the haunted house, I assume.
This is the haunted house. Yes.
Cute.
I should have used a little bit darker for my roof.
Yes.
It doesn't have as much contrast.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you have an Etsy shop, right?
I do. I have an Etsy shop, Lamb Farm Designs, and I have a website, lambfarmdesigns.com. And all my patterns and books are on both sites.
And I'm also decided that I'm going to start carrying her patterns, and then we're going to scheme and come up with some more ideas and quilts and kits and fun projects that we can have. So just thought I would let you guys meet Jenny.
Thank you.
She's super fun, super nice, has really cute things, and yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, you guys, we'll see you later. The show opens in like 5 minutes, so I gotta run. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Okay, now I have to stop it, and I never know how to do that. Oh, here we go.